hours of the morning, my dad woke me up and was like, your mom is not breathing again. I was like, yeah. Okay. I stood up, left the house, left the compound, and went straight to the street, and I started crying because hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Irene, Nduka, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for staying, thank you for liking my videos, thank you for commenting, sharing. God bless you. Okay, so today I'm going to be sharing my experience and using it to drop few tips on how to handle the topic I'm going to be talking about. Okay, I don't know how to put the topic, but let's say handling grief. When we lose somebody special, how do we handle it and all of that. Okay, so we're in the month of August, and August 12th was 10 years of my mom's remembrance. Okay, so my mom passed on 10 years ago, and when I woke up that day, it was as if it was fresh. Like that particular day came back to me, and I felt down, and I even cried, but it was not like when something is just happening, but I cried and I felt it and all of that. So this is me just sharing my experience on how I handled grief, and it's 10 years already. Wow, how did I handle it? But I would say that for 5 years after my mom's passing, it was a traumatic period. Like 5 years of her passing was a traumatic period for me. I found it very hard to let go because being an only child, I was really close to my mom, and it was really difficult. It was really difficult, but I'm happy. You can see I'm glowing. But I had to pass through a lot of stages and phases for me to get to this point. Okay, so one thing I tell myself, one thing that is factual, is that death is inevitable. Everybody will die at his own time when he's destined to die. But the thing is, nobody wants to die untimely. Nobody wants to just die like that without fulfilling purpose. So want to fulfill purpose or grow old and gray before we pass on. That's everybody's prayer. But sometimes life happens. Life just happens, and it happens. so when life happens, how do we act? How do we go through that phase of life happening, of life taking somebody very precious to us away? Okay, so I can remember vividly the night my mom passed, and I was talking to my auntie, that's my mom's elder sister, and she was like, you know what, I mean, anything that wants to happen, let it happen. I have had it up to here, if she wants to go, let her go. She has suffered enough and all of that. And I understood her, because even me had gotten to that point. My mom was in and out of sickness. I would say when I had sense, I never met my mom healthy. I don't know if you get that. Like, since when I came to this world, and I realized that I could differentiate right or and wrong, I did not meet a healthy mom. So it was all those years of she had falling in and out of pain was very traumatizing for her, even me as well as the child. Imagine seeing your mom crying every night because of pain, and go to the hospital today, she'll be in emergency ward and she'll be discharged, and you see all those drama was traumatizing as a child. So now imagine she herself, how she was taking it. So I knew that last one that happened was, if she was going to pull through, then it was definitely God saying it is not that time. because she had already half of her body was already gone. She couldn't talk well, she couldn't reason well. So you can imagine, when somebody is already like a vegetable, she was already wearing pampers and she couldn't walk, she couldn't do anything. So it was that bad. So imagine you being alive in that kind of situation. Somebody would even say, oh, I think let me just go instead of suffering like this. So I knew at that point that this one was just the height of everything. And I remember that a friend of mine spoke to me and was still giving me hope. Don't worry, she would survive, she would be fine, look at what. See that hope, I was just not there and so but that night, or let me say early hours of the morning, my dad woke me up and was like, your mom is not minutes again, right? Okay. I stood up, left the house, left the compound, and went straight to the streets, and I started crying because I felt like God had failed me, and this is somebody that held God. Like, she did not play with God. She was always praying and hoping that one day that God was going to change her situation and story. She was going to look very beautiful. I remember then Naomi would show me pictures of when she was young and looking like she would tell me, see you. Then I used to scatter your father's head. But she was really hoping that that time will come where she would get her health back. Now imagine someone who was really fervent to God now dying. So I felt really disappointed and bitter towards God. And that night when my dad said, oh, she's dead, won't you at least touch her? Touch her for what? I've been touching her all the while. I've been the one taking care of her. So if I touch her now, it doesn't change a thing. And I said that in pain and anger and tears. And I still said, okay, let me see if God can perform miracles. She can rise up again. She can, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So all these things what happened just made me really angry and bitter and a lot of things, a lot of phases of grieving happened. I'm very sure if you have lost someone, you would feel like you know what I'm talking about. Like you know what I'm talking about. So this is me just going to tell you that sometimes those phases, not sometimes, all those phases are requirements for healing. In the sense that sometimes some people will be like, oh, I'm too strong, I cannot cry. Yes, the person died, but I'm strong, I'm really. And then you don't cry in front of people, you go behind to do your own, and then you come out and you're looking all. In fact, you'll even be the one petting people. Oh, sorry, don't need to cry, but you are hurting deep inside, one thing in grieving process is you letting it all out, you expressing that, oh, I am pained that I lost this person. It is your right. At that point, it is your right to feel that way, and it is your right to express it. So why are you holding this? Why don't you just express and let it all out? So it's always good to go through all these stages of grieving. Sometimes, as I said, it can be anger. I can remember then I was really, really upset. I was upset at God that, okay, you could not help my mom. Even if me, and I am not, because then I was not in line with, but my mom was always with you. You guys are always communicating. So what happened? Why didn't you save her? So I was really upset. If you, after that instance, if you call God near me like this, that we used to look at you would go away. You would just leave me alone. I remember telling somebody that I'm not like other people that just come and meet you and want to talk about you, talk with you about God. I remember telling one that I don't ever come and tell me about God again. Like I opened my mouth and I said that because because I felt like God had taken something really precious away from me. I remember that time I was like, God, one, and me zero. As in, no, you did this one, you did this one. But at that time I knew I was grieving, but it was just a stage I had to just pass through at that period. Also, I was bitter. I was really, really bitter. I just started living a carefree life. Like, I did not care what anybody thought or anything. The only thing I held dear to me was my academics, because I knew that if I fail or become a nuisance, my mom will not be happy. So let me just face this academics and do well. But you see, every other thing I did not care. I just lived my life like, who cares? Who cares? Abi, if God cannot care about somebody, so why should he? No. Also, I was depressed. I had physical pain. I was always getting sick almost all the time. I remember one time I felt ill. I thought I was going to die, and like that. Always sick. Always. I was depressed. I could just cry. I could just wake up one morning and I'll cry. Serious cry. Like I didn't have a reason why I was crying, but I would just cry. It was that bad. And these things happen in the space of 5 years. And it also drew me to my shell. I always wanted to just be alone and do my thing. I can't even remember how I had friends, but I sure knew I had a couple of friends in school. But I was always quiet or on my own. I want to stay on my own. But something shall brought me out in limelight. But I just wanted to just be on my own. Also, pardon me, I'll be looking down because I did some jottings so that I will not forget what I want to say. Okay, so one thing is you fully learning how to experience all those things. Like, let yourself experience these things. It might take a very long time. Let it take that long. It's okay. Just grieve as long as you want to be grieved. For me, it took me 5 years for me to accept that, okay, I wasn't going to see this woman again. I'm not saying that I've forgotten my mom. No, I'm still missing. I think about her once and more. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I said on the 12th of August this month, I still cried. I cried because I'm like, oh God, mommy, I've accomplished a lot of things. I've done a lot of things, and you're not here to see me. I wish you were here to see me. That kind of cry and all of that. But I'm better, way better. I'm healed and all of that. So let's experience the various stages that comes with grieving. Everybody is different, so everybody has different ways in which they grieve. Whichever way it comes to you, just grieve. To get also know that you might feel like, oh, this loss is making me bitter. Then the next minute you see that you are showing anger. It's normal. Your feelings would change or might change as your grieving process goes. So it's just, you're not crazy at all. It's just a normal thing for you to experience. So this month you might be bitter. The next month you might be like if you give me one, I give you 10. You're perfectly fine. Just go through it. Also, in the process of grieving, always take care of yourself. I know this one might be quite difficult because you lost the person you don't want to eat, you're feeling really down. But please always try, eat, stay hydrated, sleep. Don't suffer yourself, because if you start doing all those things, you don't want to have one health condition that will now want to make you follow the person that it's funny how it's very easy when somebody dies, you'll be like, I want to go with the person, I cannot. But deep down, when you after 1 year, 2 years, you'll be like, I still have a whole lot to do in this life. No, I don't want to. Did I say that? No, 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 no. But it doesn't still mean that you do not love the person, but it's not your time for you to go. I remember then when I was really, really grieving and all, I was constantly having dreams where I would see my mom and she'll come talk to me and all of that. I remember one, I saw her, we were in church, and when we were leaving, I didn't see her again. I was like, oh, where's my mom? And they were like, oh, she's gone forward. So I was now walking towards, and I noticed that the more I moved, the more I could not reach her. That was like, when you're trying to reach somebody and it's still looking very far. So that was the way it was, and I just kept on moving and walking. Then eventually I got to the bus stop. She entered the bus. She sat in front. I was at the back, like the middle seat, and I was like, mommy. She didn't look back. Mommy. She didn't look back. I was now frustrated. I'm calling you. You're not looking back. Then somebody beside me and I said, Irene, let her go. And I was like, let who go? No. I'm not letting her go. I cannot let her go. I will go with her. I was crying and she never looked back. So our time is not up yet. Even the person that has gone will not want you to come now because you have a lot of things to still do in this life. So please take it easy on yourself. Eat, drink water, be hydrated, and sleep well. Okay. Also, you can do something in their memory. Okay, instead of always being sad and crying, you can do something that when you see it or you see the person's name, you're happy, you're joyful. In fact, when you're joyful, instead of you crying, you're remembering all those times that you guys shared that are memorable. So do something. It might not be really big, something small to remember that person. Okay, so for me, I write songs and I like fashion. So I've always had this dream of me having a fashion house. And my mom's name is Esther. And in some Yorubas, if you are watching this video and you're not Nigerian, okay, so I'm Nigerian and we have this tribe called Yoruba tribe. So they pronounce Esther Esteri. So I was like, okay, I'll name my fashion house Esteri Fashion House, and that was how it's not yet up yet, but I know over time when I work hard, I'll get it and be named after my mom. I also write a song for her. So you just look for things memorable that you can do for them. You're saying that their spirit still lives on in that thing. Do you get it? Also forgive them. Okay, you can be very angry and you'll be like, this person just died and just left me. Why is this selfish? I felt like that. In fact, I told you that I always see my mom. Then when she just died, I remember one dream again that I saw her, and this time around we were having a conversation, and I asked her why she left me, and she said she had to go. It was necessary for her to go. I was like, are you playing? Are you playing that time? Well, I was like, are you playing? Did you think about me at all before you chose to go? Like as if it sounded like she was the one, but I was really angry at her in that dream. And sometimes you just forgive them for going. You forgive them, you know that, okay, I forgive you for going. I know you're in pain and you had to just leave me, but it's fine. I know one day we'll still meet. If you believe that, we'll still meet in the other side. Okay, so just forgive them. In forgiving them, you are healing yourself too of that pain and hurt. Okay, also let others comfort you. So, as I said, sometimes you want to act very strong and you feel like, okay, nothing is wrong, I'm fine, I am not feeling it, but you know that you are feeling it. You know you are feeling it. So let people comfort you, let people hug you, tell you sweet words, encouraging words. Don't all feel be like a pagan, like you're a macho man, so your mind too is macho. let it out, let people be able to penetrate, and just let people be able to just find a way into your heart and comfort you and do the comfort. You need it. You need it. You need it. I know that sometimes people want to take advantage, but not all people. Okay, so that's it's always good to always pray that you should have company of good people around you. So in comforting you, you feel really loved, and the love will be genuine. Okay, I remember in school I used to have this roommate. Anytime I feel like that, like I feel like I want to cry, or I feel very down, I know she's always there. She was always there to comfort me, and she won't just comfort me and go. She won't just hold me and go. No, she will stay there till I stop crying. Like she will hold me and she will start praying for me, like till that tears stop. That is how good she was, and how genuine her love was for me. Like she will hold me and start praying and say, God, please touch Irene, that pain, let it just, and sometimes she will even cry along with me, and before you know it, I'm fine, and I will not be like, I needed that, I really needed that. So please always allow people comfort you. You can't do everything by yourself. You can't be that strong not to have people around. Also, you can talk to a therapist or anybody that you feel like, this person is like a mentor to you, and also you can always share how you feel and explain and just talk. They say that when you share your problems, it's half solved. So when you share it and explain, this is how I feel about this loss, this is how I feel, this, you see that everything just, the person communicates with you, and makes it easy. Okay, I said I'll be sharing my experience. So when I was in school, I met somebody who just from the very first day he saw me, just fell in love with me. Not in love, romantic love, because I know what you're thinking. No, he just felt like there was this connection, and before you know it, he made sure that he got talking with me, and I just saw him as a father figure, and he just came and turned my life around. I said that I was living my life carelessly. I didn't care again. I felt like the only precious thing that I had in this life, God has taken it away from me, so I don't even care. But he came and turned my life around. He made talking to someone really easy. I could talk to him, and he could relate with me, he could share things with me, like listening ear was always there to listen. He just made my life better using God. God was the tool he used to enter me, because I know then he would always tell me that before he talks to me, he would always pray, because I was really stubborn. I was very stubborn, and I created this shield, like you cannot reach me. You can't. I remember that I said that then if you come to me with God, I'll turn you down. Like I'll just tell you, please leave my side. That bad, but I don't know, he just used mago. He just used time and entered, and before you know it, when he knew that okay, he was there, he has put it down, it's permanent, and now started using God to finish me, using God to, and it worked, it really worked, and that was like the ultimate for me. That just broke me down, and I got healed, also embrace family relationship. Okay, but for me this one did not work, but it can work for you. In the sense that my own family, you know what I'm saying, we're not together like that. But you see, sometimes if you have families that are one, like your family is in one accord, there's love and there's unity. It's always good to find yourself in that in their middle, so that the love, you won't even feel it that you've lost somebody, because they are always there to embrace you, to talk to you, ask you how you feel, always calling you to check up on you and all of that. So I know that it's not easy. Really, it's not easy. I remember then they would say, anybody that comes to see me will be like, if it's well, I'll ask, how is it well? I just lost somebody, you're telling me this well. How? Tell me how. But the truth is, it is actually well. If you have lost somebody close to you and all, it is well. God loves you. He didn't mean any harm taking that person away from you, but it just had to happen, as I said. So God loves you. He genuinely loves you, and He's there with you all the step of the way, all through your stages of grieving. So just let Him let go, and you see that everything will work out everything will work out well. English, everything shall work out well. Okay, so I just felt like I should just say this and just drop this here. And if you have experienced something like this before, you can drop your comments down in the video and just share with me what you feel, how you felt, and how you grieved, and how long it took you to grieve. Okay, so we would all live to declare God's purpose and live to old age, but yeah, it is well. Let me not talk much like this. Okay, so if you liked this video, please subscribe. That's if you are new and you have not subscribed and you like the video, you watched it, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, give it a thumbs up, and drop a comment. Also, don't forget to click the bell notification so that you know when I drop a new video. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you.